Welcome to the Agent on Tube podcast, where we help real estate agents leverage YouTube and online video to sell more homes, generate really warm fan type leads, build themselves into a recognizable brand, and build large teams. It's not about what you sell, it's about the stories you tell. And there's no better way than video to tell your stories today. Today, my guest is Martez Kelly, an amazing friend of mine. He's a real estate agent from the state of Florida. He's been in real estate for 3 years and currently works with Excellence Realty. Along with being a real estate agent, Martez is a family man, a fantastic YouTube creator. He wants to give back. I mean, if you're interested in making video content, I strongly suggest you check out his channel, which is just by his name, Martez Kelly on YouTube. Martez, welcome to the Agent on Tube podcast. How are you doing, man? What's going on your side of the planet?
Man, all is well. Like I said, I'm honored to be here, man. It's just an amazing opportunity just to give back and, like he said, like just to pour into people and tell people my story.
That is so amazing. Now, Martez, I have been seeing your channel for the last 8 to 9 months. Really, since you started creating the YouTube content, which was around 11 months ago. And I've noticed the progression myself, like how your channel has improved so much. But before we talk about the YouTube channel, I want to ask you a question, which is, what inspired you to get into real estate? And do you love what you do and why?
Yeah, so at an early age, man, and just like I said, go into my story. As a kid, we lived in the projects, but I went to school. I was fortunate. I went to school near the country club. So I drove past all the nice, beautiful homes, and I was just like, if I could have the opportunity to walk in one of those homes. And then someone told me, hey, you can be a real estate agent. So I was like, wow, I can be a real estate agent. That was the passion. And also seeing TV shows like HGTV, House Hunters, and things like that. It was like, yeah, let me go ahead and get my real estate license. Now, it's completely different than what we see on TV, but it's still just an amazing opportunity. But I fell in love with homes. I love the beauty of homes. That's inspired me to get my real estate license.
Let me ask you now, what made you start making video content? Like, what inspired you? Did you see others that they were doing it and you believe this is the most engaging and exciting way to attract prospects? Was it more like you wanted to give back in terms of knowledge, or just simply growing your business, or combination of all of these? I want to know, what is it that inspired you to start making online videos? And I see that you kind of like keep going now.
So it was originally watching other YouTubers, other agents. It was just nice to see them doing it. And I also learned a lot from it. And one of the things one of my teachers always told me is that we all have our own story. And I just knew if I put a camera up and started talking about my story, that someone could possibly learn from me. And that was just that's the exact reason why I started on my channel. And it was like, hey, I can give back to other agents, teach them something. And it has helped me not only with gaining my personal brand, like putting my name out there, but it's also helped me in my business as well. I've been reached out to from a couple of different companies, people in my area, local area, and they're like, hey, you seem to be an expert. I got a person I want to send to you. I actually got 2 referrals, like just off of my YouTube channel that I'm making for YouTube, like real estate agents. But I do plan in the future to make a channel shift and also making videos to attract clients as well, because I see how strong or how powerful video actually is.
So tell me a little bit about your business being influenced with video. I see you started under a year ago, started making videos, and you have an amazing repository of video content. How has making videos helped you financially and mentally as well?
Especially as a real estate agent, we have a lot of monthly dues, a lot of stuff that come out your account on a month-to-month basis. Having a YouTube channel and consistently posting has helped me financially a lot, because all the money that comes out, it tends to be replaced just by me having a YouTube channel. And I'm not even monetized on YouTube yet,
Yeah.
but everything from affiliates to sponsored videos, all of those things just continuing to pay me on a month-to-month basis. And it's like I'm basically sitting at the same amount of money in my business account just because I created a video 3 months ago, 2 months ago, or just having a link in the description box and referring to it. Is really that simple.
Right.
But yeah, having a YouTube channel and leveraging that as a real estate agent, if you're able to make money on it monthly, it kind of helps you a lot and ease the burden.
No, absolutely. And having a YouTube channel of my own, I always tell people that what I've noticed, as I got into my journey of, having no subscribers to, I think we just hit 300,000 subscribers on my channel. I tell people normally you're going to make money from three ways. The number one way is usually, let's say, X, which is by your ad revenue. You just simply posting videos and YouTube paying you 60% of the ad revenue. Then the next way you make money, which is usually 4x of, let's say if I'm using X and 4x, 40x, you make 4x amount from brand deals, right? So right now as a real estate agent, you may not be accepting every brand reaching out to you saying, hey, let me advertise on your brand. We're a home insurance company, or we do this. Can you give us a shout out? A new construction coming into your area. If you give them a shout out, again, if you have a big YouTube channel, they may pay you to just talk about their new construction, their new condo building coming up. So that's usually brand deals. And then you make 40x if you have your own service or product to sell. And I always tell real estate agents that your YouTube channel, don't be focused on that X or 4X. For you guys, along with all the other benefits of giving value and getting more recognizable and building a brand, at the end of the day, if your videos are done right, people will get attracted to you, and you're going to get business out of it, which is usually going to be 40x. If I just look at the overall, the kind of money that you make from just having your video content out there. I want to ask you this, Martez, do you feel the quality of leads you generate from YouTube and online video are better? Like, they've seen you, they have received value from you, they've seen you move, they've seen you talk, they've seen your expressions. Do you feel your conversations are better? Like, do you have better conversations from people that are coming from watching your video content?
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's because I wouldn't even say they feel like they know you. They watch you and they know you. They know how you are. And if it gets to the point where they actually reach out, they like you enough to reach out. So these are the people, and the quality of conversation and the quality of leads are amazing. I had a lender reach out to me, a business partnership, and me and him are like the amazing guy. I've had a credit repair person reach out to me. She said, hey, I got two people who actually are ready to go. I want to send them out right now. So it's just amazing. And then just because people know you, they like you, and they actually put you out. But yeah, just business, man. Business, and the way that you put yourself out there, they actually take you and they like you for who you are. And then they're like, yeah, this is the type of person that I want to do business with.
So with that, how do you deal with haters? Because putting yourself out there on video content, I mean, you may get 99 out of the 100 people saying great work, thank you, but you'll get that occasional hater.
Man, so that's something that I'm still working on to this day. I knew, you always hear about it. You put yourself out there, you're liable to get people to come back and say stuff. I just didn't expect it because I was being so genuine. I wanted to give back. I wanted to help people. But I just shake it off, man. I just don't even think about it. I read the comment. If it's something constructive in it, I'll say, okay, maybe I did. Maybe my intro is too long. Maybe my intro is too short. Maybe I'll take it into consideration. But I just shake it off, man. I don't even think about it.
Yeah, no, very true. I always tell people, like, I went through the same journey as well. So every creator goes through this phase where the first negative comment they get on their YouTube channel, it bugs them for like days. And
Yes.
it's just that I tell people that you need to figure it out, that after a few months, you're going to just absolutely not care about it. It's that process. The first negative comment saying, oh my God, I just don't like your face. It bugs people because they've just never had anybody say that. And the thing is, I tell people, haters are not people that are as successful as you. Haters are people that are jealous of what you're doing because they cannot do it. The more haters you have on online social media content actually tells you that you're doing good. So I try to
Yes.
tell people, gather as much hate as you can, because it's telling you you're making more and more people jealous of you. That's just how I look at it now. So I truly, I mean, as much as I desire for people that enjoy my content, I also desire for people that are going to leave that hate comment, because I'll be like, yes, I'm doing my job correct.
And
Awesome. Tell me this.
on top of that, just to go after you, every little do they know when they post the comment, it helps your engagement. So keep those comments coming.
Very true. Every like, even a dislike, has the same effect on the algorithm as much as a negative or a positive comment. So if somebody
Yes,
leaves a comment, a negative one, I still thank them, saying, no matter
exactly.
what you think about me, you've just helped me increase my engagement. So thank you. Tell me this, Martez, how important is adding video to your overall mix? Now, when I work with my clients and I make YouTube and online videos for them, I usually help them create like a Linktree link where they have their website, they have their LinkedIn, they have their Facebook, and somewhere in the middle, really being highlighted is their YouTube content repository as well, their YouTube channel. And I think I tell people that use it in your leverage, even if you make 10 to 12 videos in a year, but cover topics that are really important to people that are reaching out to you and have them in somewhere like in the links where people can know more about you, see more about you. So I want to ask you, how important do you think is adding video to your overall mix? Are you using it for, whether it's for brand building, getting leads? Tell me a little bit about how it has affected your bottom line.
So it, I'll say the most important thing or the most valuable thing that we have is our time. So if you make a video asking a frequently asked question, it's like, hey, go check out this video. I actually made this. It saves me a lot of time, which actually makes me more money because I can use that time that I would be instead of spending telling somebody answering the same question over 1,000 times. I can just have 1,000 views on one video. So that's something that I always know that's something that helps me and helps my bottom line. Just making those videos, getting the frequently asked questions out of the way, and just say, "Hey, I made a video on that topic. Here's the link. Go check it out."
No, that is amazing. You know why? I get on a lot of calls with real estate agents that want to inquire about, making YouTube and online video. And one of the biggest mental mindset challenges that, or one of the biggest objections I hear all the time is, Sabby, I like what you guys are doing, but I don't know if I have the time to make videos. And I tell these people the same thing. You have to think from how it's going to help your business in the long run as well. You do not make videos because it takes time. You make video content because it saves you a lot of time. Imagine
Exactly.
if one video of yours, which is 10 minutes, gets 100,000 views. You've just saved yourself 1 million minutes of prospecting. How can you beat that if you want to free up your time? I understand it still takes time to create content and to edit it and to publish it. How do you manage all of these things? Do you do all of this yourself, or you've started partly outsourcing parts of your content creation process?
So I currently do it all myself. I am looking for a video editor because it would save me a lot more time, and I can just focus on content alone. But I currently do it all myself. I just time block. I set some time aside, and I say, hey, I post 2 videos every single week, and I'm like, hey, let me go ahead and every Saturday or every Friday, I go ahead and knock out 2 or 3, maybe even 4 or 5 video alls in one day. And then when that day comes, I actually edit the video that day. So I post every Monday and Thursday. So Monday morning, I'll start editing a video, getting a thumbnail together, and I'll post it Thursday morning. And I'll just keep that cycle going. But what I've learned is when you actually batch record, get a lot of videos done in the same day, it saves you a whole lot more time. And you're like, oh, this is good. I actually have a video. I can just edit this one.
Again, I've seen your channel from the very beginning, and now how you were making maybe one video a month to now you're like literally my notification every week, couple of times is Martez has posted a new video. So what's making you make more and more content? Are you just are they producing results and that's why you're doing it? Are you enjoying it? Or you're just trying to like every video of yours is like a video business card, working for you out there. You just want to have more and more content. Like what's making you actually make more content than before? You just keep doing it more and more than before. Like tell us like why.
So I actually in February I was looking, or it was January. I had my first 100 subscribers, and I was like, oh, okay, this is great. It's actually January 1st. Like I had 100 subscribers, and I was like, this is great. Let me go ahead and try some things. I saw that my view duration was like 4 or 5 minutes, so I said the whole month of February I'm just going to create videos that is like 4 to 5 minutes. The YouTube algorithm went down. Like it really stopped suggesting my videos, stopped pushing my videos out. And it actually kicked me in the butt. And I was like, I really enjoyed doing this, but I messed up because I went backwards. So let me double the amount of content. Let me push out more stuff. And it was just the YouTube algorithm. I was like, hey, we're going to do this. I told myself that I couldn't settle or leave
Yeah.
anything to someone else to give for me. So I said, you know what? I'm going to work 2 times harder, push out 2 more videos every single week. And that shift took me from 100 to 1,000, and about I'm at 1,200 now. So in about 5, 6 months, I went from 100 to 1,200 just by saying, you know what, mental shift. Instead of 1 video a week, I'm doing 2 videos a week.
What tools do you use to create your YouTube videos?
Yeah, so I use vidIQ. I use YouTube Studio. I also use Photoshop. So I use Photoshop, Premiere Pro. Obviously, that's just to edit my videos. Um, That's actually about it. And one of the major things for me is actually the YouTube search bar. That's one of my secrets, but it's not really a secret. I use the YouTube search bar. That's one of the tools that actually helps me figure out title, figure out what people are searching for to actually SEO optimize the video.
No, absolutely, absolutely. How do you? A lot of people that I speak with, they're like, "Oh my God, I have to learn that much stuff, like that many tools to start making and then editing and uploading these videos." And I understand in the beginning there's a little bit of learning involved, unless you're ready to outsource it to other professionals. I want to ask you this question: since you're doing all this yourself, how did you go through the challenges of learning and then executing your tasks on these technologies? Like, how do you get beyond that problem, like, I have to learn this?
So what I actually everything happened for me right at the beginning of the pandemic. So I actually had all the time in the world. Everyone was at home. I actually took 1 whole month to get my real estate license. So I took the real estate course, all of that. The next month I spent the whole month learning how to edit videos. So I went everywhere from YouTube, typing in how to edit videos, how to use Premiere Pro. Then I think it was a master class that I bought or attended, and I was like, okay, I learned something, then I just started applying it. But regardless of not, you won't really get it down until you're actually in the trenches and you're actually doing it. So the more you do it, the more you actually get comfortable with it. You start to notice, hey, let me try this. That's how my thumbnails were, and you seen the whole entire journey from the beginning to where I'm at now. And it was like, hey, let me. One day I just said, let me try this, and I tried it. Then I said, "Oh my gosh, I like that." Then I went to YouTube and I was like, "How can I do this?" And then I jumped back and I tried that, and it's just tweaking it. And the more you do it, the more that you actually, the better you get at it, and the easier it gets.
Tell me this, Martez, with your YouTube channel, again, a good side effect of having a YouTube channel and making video content is that you get recognized. So you've been making video content for a year. So tell me this, has it ever happened you've visited somewhere, like maybe your family, friends, or somewhere else, where somebody's like, "Oh my God, you're that YouTube guy." Like, tell me any moment where something like that may have happened.
So I actually, I live in the state of Florida, but I went back to my hometown and I went to the doctor's office. I think it was just a checkup, and the nurse who actually checked me in was like, "I know you. You're from." She said, "You're the real estate agent who's on YouTube, right?" Yeah, that's me. And it was just crazy. Like it is weird, but I mean, hey, if you consistently putting out information, you consistently putting out content, you can't do nothing. People can't do nothing but recognize you.
No, absolutely. And imagine this is, we're talking about, I would say your channel is less than a year old with 1,000 subs.
Exactly.
With the speed at which you're growing, I mean, I can only imagine great things for you in the next upcoming years. The guy was like, "Sabby, you're Sabby." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." He's like, "Oh my God, I'm a big fan of yours." I'm like, "Wait, come."
Wow.
The next thing I told that guy is, "Come take a picture with me." And he was like, "No, no, that's fine." I'm like, "No, no, you're my first fan I met outside of YouTube, from YouTube. Come take a picture with me." It was
Beautiful.
pretty amazing. It was a pretty happy. I was pretty happy, and that also was one of the reasons that inspired me to just get going. I was like, yes, somebody recognized me. Validation,
Hmm.
even though people take it as a negative thing. I mean,
Hmm.
it's to get validated for your work, and to
Yes.
get recognized, and even to get business out of that. I mean, I think it's not a bad strategy, and it feels good. It's so much fun.
Yeah, and it actually
Uh,
sparks you, motivates you, and you're like, you know what? let me go back and make another video. I got this, and it just gives you a whole new level of energy that you can pour into your videos, and they see it on the other side.
Selling through your influence is so much amazing because you're not really selling, you're just helping people that are already sold and working with you.
Yeah, and I actually have people reach out to me on Instagram, DMing me and stuff, and they're like, I don't know if you're gonna respond, but I'm like, listen, I'm just a normal person. I'm just like you. There's nothing special about me. I just have a YouTube channel. That's it.
I work with a lot of real estate agents and I get on many sales calls and I tell people to believe in themselves. I see people saying, I really want to do it, but I don't think I can do it. I tell people to believe in themselves, and more than that, our support and the push that we can give them. But I still hear so many people say things like, I really want my own show. But maybe now is not the right time. I don't know how I look on camera. This is not for me. I don't think I have the time. I want to ask you, what do you want to tell fellow real estate agents that are like half-hearted into, should I do this or should I not do this? Like, what's your message to, someone that's kind of like halfway into it?
Listen, and this takes me back to when 2016, I actually dropped out of college to get my real estate license. I was going through taking the test, and I was like, I got scared. I quit right before taking the actual state exam because I was scared, and I was like, I can't do it. I know I can't do it. It took me 4 complete years to come back to that same exact moment. I felt the same fear that I did 4 years earlier, but I just pushed through. And I tell the story on my channel, but what happened was I was taking practice exams, and I was failing the practice exams. And my girlfriend was grading them, and she was like, I don't think you should actually take the test today. I was like, I'm going to do it anyway. Worst case, I'll just take it again. I'm going to do it anyway. So I actually jumped in and I said, you know what? I'm going to take the exam. I took the exam and I passed with an 85 or over an 85. I don't think they gave me the test score. But that same fear that I felt 4 years earlier, I just pushed through it and I passed. So fear is just, and this is what Les Brown says, this is false experiences appearing real or something like that. It's somewhere in that area. And it's like, fear is just what you think it is. Push through, make one video. And then once you have that first video out and you see your first view, you get your first like, you get your first comment. That's not someone you know, like your cousin or your family members. You're like, you know what? I can actually do this again. Second video, do it again. Third video, do it again. And then you'll never know. 6 months, 8 months, 11 months later, you might be in my position where it's like, I did not expect it to be like this soon. But when you're genuine and you're actually pouring into people and you're being consistent and you're pushing through that fear, everything will take care of itself.
So true, man. So true. I mean, I feel it every day as well. So I know that what you're saying is so authentic. It's really coming right from your heart.
Yes.
Hey, Martez, what's upcoming? What's next? I mean, you have a YouTube channel and you're crushing it over there. Over 1,000 subscribers. You're about to get monetized. All awesome things happening. Your content is great. What can your fans expect from you in the next coming months or maybe a year? Like, are you going to be on podcast, more video content? Like, what's happening now? I know you're not going to stop.
Yeah, so no, I actually am making I wouldn't say a channel shift, but I'm going to give my fans a lot more content, a lot more vlog style videos, because that's what they want to see. And I'm also going to start another channel where I'm actually doing tours and of my city, property tours, just more to drive leads into my company. So that's about it. Nothing really. Just going to continue to grind, continue to pour into people and give them the experiences that I run into. And I will start a podcast in the future as well.
Very cool. And keep this one thing in mind, Martez, and I want others to know this as well. While you're doing all of this, you're documenting important moments of your life.
Yes.
Right? Just don't take this as I'm making videos for business or this is an ad for me. No, this is, when you're 70 years old, you'll go back and be like, that 30-year-old guy me. Remember, one day I went to Seattle and I recorded this video for my own channel, like whatever that may be. Or you met somebody impromptu outstanding outside a shop or a shopkeeper that you just want to introduce on your channel, and years later you can go back and just see, revisit important and cool moments of your life. So I personally feel that it's a, you're documenting things that when I was in my 20s or mid teens, we didn't really have phones with cameras, so I don't see or remember any of my life. There's
Right.
no documentation, right? So, I sometimes envy the people now that you can document every day and you can go back and,
Yeah, and
revisit your life.
I'm actually planning to make a video soon. It's more finance related, not really to for my fans, but I want to put it out there and on my channel. And it's basically going the title is going to be something like my financial advice for my family. And just putting it out there because when I'm dead or I can send it to all my family members, and when I'm dead, they can actually go back and be like, okay, that was nice advice. Am I doing that? Let me plug that in. It's so crazy that my son right now is 11 months old. But when he's 5 years old, he actually can get on YouTube and watch my videos. Actually, when I post a video, he actually sits there and he just laughs because he loves
That's
watching
funny.
it. And it's just like, exactly, it's so beautiful, but it's just like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, he'll be able to look back and see my old videos and say, yeah, my dad made progress from video one to video 1000. So he'll look at that and get some sort of inspiration. And the people who actually are listening now or watching now, you'll get some sort of inspiration as well because you'll see I can go from 0 subscribers to 300. I can go from 0 subscribers to 1,000 if
Right.
I'm willing to put in the work.
No, absolutely. I mean, one of my favorite moments in my business was when one of my clients, who's over 75 years old and started his YouTube journey just recently, after watching his first few videos, his granddaughter said that, "Granddad, you are popular." He said, Sabi, all the money I paid you, like it's worth it already. Like
Hmm.
my granddaughter, just who barely talked to me, watching my videos and saying, and she's a little 1 year old kid and she doesn't know exactly this is just YouTube videos, but she thinks that he's popular, and he's like, just hearing that from my granddaughter was, it made my day. So I was so happy to hear that he wanted to share that with me, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, absolutely, why not? To watch all the amazing stuff that you're going to come up with, your podcast and your upcoming videos and your vlogs, which I'm so 100% sure will be so amazing. And I would love to watch them because I really enjoy your videos. And that's
Okay.
why I wanted to have you on this podcast today. But where can people find you to watch all this amazing content you're going to come up with?
On YouTube, Martez Kelly. You can find me also on Instagram at Martez_Kelly. I'm Martez Kelly everywhere. So just Martez Kelly.
Well, Martez, it was so wonderful speaking with you, and I'm so happy to also hear that in the last 6 to 8 months since we first spoke, not only you have started creating a lot more content, but I can see that you're enjoying it, you're having
Oh
fun
yeah.
with it, and it's impacting your life. And I know where you will be in a year from now if you keep doing what you're doing and what it does, because I've kind of like been through and been there and done that sort of, so I know exactly the opportunities you're going to get as you grow your online presence using video content.
Right.
And I'm so happy to maybe have you again,
Most
in
definitely.
maybe a year from now, and then we revisit where you are, and we're going to look back to our conversation from today, and we're going to see that everything that you talked about, like how you feel about it when it's actually a reality from some
Hmm.
time from now. So
Yeah.
I'm so happy to have you here, man. I'm so happy to hear that you're doing good, you're keeping sane and safe in what's going on the world today. Any parting thoughts you would have for maybe the fans of the Agent on Tube podcast, or just any real estate agents listening to this, just to kind of like get them pumped on making video content this year?
Like I said, man, you're gonna feel the same fear whether you do it or not. Might as well just go ahead and push through and do it. Just think about it one video at a time. One video at a time is it. You'll once you have that first video out, you'll understand why it's important to just push through and just say, "Fear, I can get through this."
Amazing. Awesome. Well, Martez, thank you so much for being here with us today. And it was so amazing talking to you, man. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.